How's it going, everybody? Ian back with another video. Today is just a weekly or a reading wrap up. Um, so so what I have done. Oh, get out of my way. I'll show you what I have been reading. Good news, I am most likely out of my reading slump because I finished quite a few books this past week and a half or whenever I talked to y'all last. First up, I finished The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington. Um, I think a lot of people got the impression that I wasn't really caring for this book. And you know what? I wasn't. But I will say this. I got to the last like 100 pages, and those 100 pages really sold this book. This is a 4-star read. Um, and you need, because this is like a 600 something page book. You need that 500 pages to just set up the world. And then that last 100 books I had left after I got done filming the last video really brought everything together. And like, this is the definition of a setup book to make sure that the other two books in the series are amazing. And that's what I've been hearing through Goodreads, through YouTube, is the first two books, or the last two books, are so much better. And you need this first book to set up everything in the next two. And it's, to me, like, it was a little sloggy getting through the first 500 pages, but the last 150, something like that, awesome. And the epilogue in the end of this book just makes you want to jump right into the second book, which I did. This is the second, an echo of things to come. I am like almost 100 pages in, and the story is rolling. It's I'm not going to say much because read the first book and you'll want to pick this one up. So this is what I'm working on. Hopefully I get this done in the next few weeks. I am going out on a much needed week and a half vacation because this is all bullshit. It's just 2020 has been a rough one for everyone, and we're all getting a little is it cabin fever? I don't know. That's what they called it up in Minnesota, but that was more when winter time just had you all sitting indoors. But so I am going to be getting away from work and stuff like that. So much needed vacation. All right, here we go. On to the next. What do I have here? I finished Homeland, R.A. Salvatore. And this is the first in the Legend of Drizzt series. And it was all right. I will be picking up the second one. It's not really immediate on my thing. Oh, what's this? Oh, thank you, AVG. So we have, I don't really know how to describe. It's just the adventures of Drizzt, and it kind of, you're supposed to read this whole thing in the trilogy, I guess. So that is Homeland, and the second one is Sonjor or something like that, or I don't know what the second one's called. But I'm going to put this on the back burner. It was okay. Might pick up the second one in a few months or something like that. I finished Resurrection Pass by Kurt Anderson, a northern Minnesota writer. Not sure where in Minnesota he lives, but figure I support him. And this is all right. His first book, called Devour, was basically about a cruise ship that it gets attacked by a chronosaur. And this one is more focusing on the Wendigo of Canada. Resurrection Pass, and it was okay. Devour was definitely better, but And he doesn't have any more books out right now, so I don't know if he's just. This was written in 2014, so maybe he's working on. Or no, this was written in 2017. Sorry, Devarro was 2014. But so Resurrection Pass. All right, and I read and finished. This one has been on my list for a while, and I'm going to be in the minority here, but it was okay. It was okay. Um, Patrick Rothfuss, The Name of the Wind. Yeah, it was just it's just not. I don't know why I didn't care for it. I guess it was okay. Enough for me to pick up the second book. Probably not, at least right now. Maybe I want to wait until he gets done with the trilogy, so there's an end in sight. And that's kind of what I wanted to do anyways, but I just want to know what the hype was all about. I can see why people liked it. But yeah, it was just okay. And I know I'm in the minority here. So we'll see about picking up, what's it called? The Wise Man's Fears, maybe when we have a confirmed release date for the Door of Stone. Is that what it's called? So we'll see. Finished Blood Oath by Christopher Farnsworth. This is a very fun book. Basically, the president, and you have to suspend your belief here. The president has a secret weapon. He's got a vampire on his side, and this vampire has been alive for a while, and he's like a secret agent. And it kind of touches on like urban fantasy, like Frankenstein monsters are real, zombies are real, but it hits more upon like the X-Files type, where regular Joe Schmo out in public has no idea any of this stuff exists, but that's why the vampire has to go and keep everything quiet and make sure that the good townspeople don't realize that there are supernatural elements out there. So this is the first in the trilogy, and I like this so much. This is a 4-star read. Gave it a 4-star. That I picked up the next two in the trilogy from my local libraries. This is the second one, The President's Vampire, and the third in the trilogy, Red, White, and Blood. So be starting probably, this is the second one, probably be starting that one off, this one probably today. I want to get more into this though. I want to really get into this. All right. I bought one book. I've been seeing this recently, and I know the third book of this just came out, but I've been seeing this book. Booktubers have been talking about this one for a little bit here now. I've never heard of it. This is The Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio, is what I've been hearing pronounced. So this is the first in the Sun Eaters trilogy. But apparently it's a big space opera book, and it is thick. It is a chunky book. It might be even bigger than Name of the Wind. And the Name of the Wind's a pretty chunky book. So that's Empire of Silence that I picked up. All right, and so I am going on vacation. I am going to bring this book. This is going to be my book. I didn't want to bring a hefty book like this. It's easier to carry. So this has been in my shelf for a while. This is called Hellhole, by a fitting name for the times that we are in, aren't they? Isn't it, I guess? Brian Herbert, who is Dune's son. Frank Herbert. Shit, I'm sorry. Oh, don't revoke my sci-fi / fantasy creds for that. And then Kevin J. Anderson, who I believe Kevin J. Anderson writes in the Star Wars universe, I believe. I've seen his name around. I'm pretty sure he writes in the Star Wars universe. But yeah, this is Hellhole trilogy. The Hellhole trilogy, I think it's called. Basically another little space opera. But yeah, it's a 600-page book, so this will keep me occupied for week and a half that I'm gone. And then I'm not going to bring this with me, but this is the next series I want to start. Gail Z. Martin's. This is, what is this called? Chronicles of the Necromancer series. This is a 4-book series. I have the rest back there somewhere. This is book 1. This is called The Summoner. And I'm not 100% sure what this is about. But I got these I got them each for $1 each at a bookstore sale in my library back before the pandemic was a thing. And yeah, so we have The Summoner. And yeah, I got the whole series for $4. So I figured, I didn't know what it was, so I picked it up. I've seen Gail Z. Martin's name around. I have another series of hers called, I can't remember what it's called. I'm a terrible booktuber. But yeah, so that is all I have. I have nothing left. Yeah. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace out.